Hey, party people. How's it going? So today, wanted just to come on. As you can see, I'm not necessarily in my yoga gear. I got a great cardio workout, a nice walk-in today outside. Social distancing, of course. I did a few other things here from my house as well. And one in particular I really wanted to share with you guys. I teach this sometimes in my classes at Lotus Loft, but I also wanted to remind you, for those of you who take my class on a regular basis, remind you that you have this tool that you can be using from home. And then also for a lot of my friends who are not able to take my classes on a regular basis, you can do this at home too, right? So this is kind of helping us build some awareness in the shoulders, build some strength and flexibility in the upper body region and in the core to allow you to eventually come into inversions and in particular handstands. Not talking about you necessarily doing a handstand today. I'm talking about building the body to get to that point whenever your body is ready. So we're just going to use the wall. There's nothing else that you guys really need to do. Everybody can do this unless you have any type of ailment or anything, a condition that your doctor does not want your head below your heart. Okay, so if that's the case for you, I'll give you one thing that you can do. You can always do downward facing dog on the wall, which is a really great stretch. Benefits of a down dog, but not allowing the head to go below your heart. Okay, but for those of you who do not have any underlying conditions and you're healthy and you want to condition the body a little bit more, and especially the shoulders, then stick with me. Okay. All right, so the first thing that we're gonna do is we're gonna warm up our wrists a little bit, okay? So let's come into a tabletop position. And in our tabletop, just, you can roll the wrists a couple times one way, a couple times the other way. Another thing that I love wrist stretch is to let the fingertips reach back towards your thighs. And you can either kind of just sway from side to side, you can create circles in the body, and it's just kind of warming up the under part of the forearm, right? And then from that space, you can flip the palms back around, take one of your palms and rest the top of the palm down so your fingertips, the palm is facing up. And again, press back onto those hips, and then you'll start to feel a little bit more sensation and stretch to the front of the forearm and the front of the wrist. And then release that hand down, do the same thing with the opposite one. Find the stretch first, and then take it to a couple deep breaths and press back through those hips just to where you feel that kind of, that moment of like, feel that stretch, breathe into it, and your body starts to open up a little bit more. Good, and then release it down. Inhale, let the belly draw down, lift the tailbone. Exhale, press away from the earth, round through the spine. And again, inhale, belly draws down, tailbone lifts, gaze reaches up. Exhale, press away, round. One more time, inhale. I'm just warming up the torso a little bit, the spine a little bit. Exhale, press away around. Good, and then come back to neutral. Just sit back onto those heels if you want to. And then just shrug the shoulders up towards those ears and roll them down away. And for 2, and 1, and then take 3 more in that opposite direction for 3, 2, and 1. Inhale, arms will reach up. Good, and then reach the shoulders up, and then exhale, slide the shoulder blades back down. And you can even do this with the palms straight forward out too. You can press away through those palms and then slide and retract the shoulder blades back to one another. And again, press out through the heels of the palms and then exhale, press back. Good, one more time. Inhale, press forward, and exhale, press back. Good, release. Shake it out a little bit. One really awesome shoulder stretch and chest stretch that I love to do using the wall is to kind of come up to the wall in a goalpost kind of shape, and then take the entire forearm onto the wall and then press the shoulder forward. So you're almost kind of feeling a little bit of a rotation just to feel that same shoulder press forward and feel a nice stretch through the chest. Okay, you can also do it with the palm on, and you can just keep the arm straight and press through. You'll feel a little bit more stretch through the bicep too. Good, and then with that one, take that hand and cross it over the body, taking your opposite hand and just kind of help drawing it over, and then maybe take your gaze down past the shoulder that you're stretching. And same thing with the other side. So we'll go with the goalpost first. Take the forearm on, press through the shoulder, feel a little bit of an upper body rotation. Couple breaths here. Then take the palm, walk away from it a little bit more, press the shoulder forward. Good, and then from there, take that arm, cross it over the chest, looking down past that shoulder. Okay, now come back through center. If there's any other shoulder stretches that you know your body loves, then by all means, go ahead and have at it. Now, we're gonna come over to the wall. So we wanna make sure we have a nice sturdy wall that we can work with. And basically, you're gonna just come into a downward facing dog, walking your heels back towards the wall itself, okay? Your hands are shoulder distance, maybe a little bit closer. If you're working through any shoulder injuries, maybe take the arms out a little bit wider, okay? And then from there, we're gonna basically come into an upside down L onto the wall, right? So we're gonna walk one foot up, walk the other foot up, and we're gonna basically come into an upside down L, okay? So you make sure that your feet are in alignment with your hips, draw the navel up and in so there's no arch to the spine, look in between the hands and press away from the earth. You can either stay here, this is a little bit more strengthening, or you can let the head fall back, melt the heart and the chest back to feel a nice stretch through the chest and through the shoulders. Stay here for about 3 breaths, unless you need a little less or a little bit more, and then walk your feet back down, down dog, and then come down into a child's pose, okay? So you can just come into a restorative child's pose, knees in towards the heart, hands by your sides, forehead onto the earth. And when you do that, you should feel your heart rate just kick, right? I'm already feeling a little out of breath. My heart rate is up just by going upside down, okay? So play with that a few times. You can just stay where you're simply coming into that L and then walk down when you need. Try it out, try to do it 3 or 5 times and see how you feel, okay? The other thing that you can do to add a little bit more, again, I'm gonna come back in my down dog. I'm gonna walk my feet up. I'm gonna come into that upside down L. If I need to walk my hands in or out, you just wanna make sure that your wrists are under your shoulders and your hips are over your shoulders, right? So trying to create one straight line with the spine. Then from there, you can go ahead and lift a leg. You might not be able to see it in the mirror, but you can lift one leg up and then maybe try to rise up to the ball of the foot of the leg that's still on the wall and play with that a couple of times. And then lower down, either lower all the way down, okay? And then take your break, or try the other side, okay? But if you're gonna do alternating side to side, make sure that you're getting both sides done, because we all have a favorite side. It's inevitable, okay? And we all tend to practice handstands and L hops and all of these things with our stronger side or our better side. And I challenge you, I don't want you always just you doing your better side. Do both sides so you accustom your body and you strengthen your body and you bring flexibility into your body, into both sides, so that you can safely invert from both legs, okay? So try that. Again, you don't necessarily have to go up into the handstand, but you are building the strength and you're allowing your body to understand the shape that it needs to be in to eventually let the legs lift, okay? So enjoy that. I already feel like, whew, feeling good. Take some more of those shoulder stretches after you do it. Pause and understand what your body is doing after you've done this as well, okay? So I hope you guys enjoy this little tidbit. Have fun, be safe, be well. Namaste, one love. Bye guys.